Welcome. Today, we're not just going to talk about grammar. Oh no, we're actually going to build a time machine. We're going to dive into the past, look at all those paths we didn't take, and really get a handle on the exact tool we use to talk about it.
I mean, who hasn't, right? That little voice in your head that goes, what if? What if I'd said something else? What if I'd made a different choice? It's something we all feel. And believe it or not, there's a specific grammar tool made just for exploring those very moments. And this, right here, just nails it. On the left, you've got the cold, hard reality. I did not study hard, I failed the test. Bummer. But on the right, that's a whole different world, an imaginary past. That's the world of what if. And today, we're going to find the key to unlock it.
So let's dive in and start revisiting those oops moments from the past.
And here it is. This is our solution, our grammatical time machine. It's called the third conditional. And it's not just some boring rule from a textbook. It's a super powerful tool that lets us talk about our regrets, really look at our mistakes, and imagine different endings for things that are totally done and dusted.
Okay, so every good machine has its instructions, right? A formula. And our time machine is no different. Let's pop the hood and look at the parts.
So our formula really breaks down into two key parts. First, you've got the if clause. This is what sets up the imaginary past situation. The structure is always if plus a subject plus had and a past participle verb. Then you've got the main clause. This describes the imaginary result. It goes subject plus would have plus another past participle. Think of these two clauses as the engine of our time machine.
Let's put some real words to this. Check this out. The condition is, if she had left earlier, that's our if clause. In reality, nope, didn't happen. And the result, she would have caught the bus. That's our main clause. That's the imaginary outcome. See? Simple, clean, and really powerful.
So here is the big rule. You got to remember this. We are always talking about an impossible past. The condition is imaginary. The result is imaginary. The ship has sailed. The moment is gone. It is way too late to change anything. That is the #1 rule of the third conditional.
All right, so now that we've got the basic formula down, let's have some fun with it. Let's look at all the different ways we can use it to imagine a totally different past. Yeah, this thing is super versatile. It's not a one-trick pony. We mainly use the third conditional in 3 big ways. To talk about our own personal regrets, to explore those purely imaginary what-if scenarios, and sometimes to critique or just reflect on what someone else did.
Okay, first up, and this is probably the most common one, regret. Wow. This sentence is just loaded with feeling, right? It's looking back at a huge life choice and imagining a better life because of it. But what's the reality? I didn't take the job.
Next, we can use it for situations that are a little less personal, more just observational. We're just imagining a different outcome based on a different action. The reality is, he didn't train more, so he didn't win. We're just building a hypothetical cause and effect.
And then there's this last one, criticism or reflection. Yeah, this one can sting a little, can't it? It's often used to point out where someone went wrong. You're basically saying that their past mistake led directly to this bad situation right now. In reality, of course, they didn't listen, and the problem absolutely did happen.
All right, enough of me talking. It's your turn. We've looked at the machine, we've seen how it works. Now you get to jump in the driver's seat. Let's put this stuff into practice.
Okay, take a look at these 5 sentences. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to fill in the blanks using that third conditional formula we just covered. Remember, it's had plus the past participle in the first bit and would have plus the past participle in the second. Go ahead, I'll give you a second.
Okay, time's up. How'd you do? Let's check the answers. Number 1 is had woken up and would have caught. Number 2, had studied, would have passed. You see the pattern, right? Once it clicks, it clicks. Go ahead and check your other answers. Fantastic job.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, even though the third conditional is all about a past we can't change, its real power isn't about getting stuck in regret. It's a tool for reflection. By understanding the mistakes we could have made, we can make much better decisions moving forward.
And that really brings us to the final thought here. The past is fixed. It's done. But by exploring those what-ifs, we give ourselves some serious insights. So the real question isn't about yesterday. It's about today. What are you going to do differently tomorrow?